Hey, let me explain. It's complex. If I sense someone is in danger, and it's after I started talking about them, I am not just wallowing into that, into no man's land, acting like, oh, it's okay if they're in danger. You know, I'm frozen, okay? Because if I'm bringing it up and then, or if I look the part, indeed, and there's no one responding somewhere, I thought, New York City was, the first time I went there, especially because I drove in from Washington, D.C., I had my own car. So it was magical. I stayed on the Upper West Side, I think, maybe that was it. Went to a place where people looked like me. I fit in Australia pretty well, and it was an Australian place. Nothing bad happened, okay? Even though I was by myself, and this would not, it's not my choice. So my research and all this, it shows that all of big tech, and it's quite elusive. I mean, you're talking mustaches, turn of the century, um, from Roosevelt to Chaplin. Um, but and who knows about California? I can't say if my great grandfather went there. I don't know. But all of the okay, I'm falling asleep here actually. Because all of the big tech and a whole lot of Hollywood are indicated, I try to take a universal perspective. Like, I don't want to think, oh yes, I'm gonna help you beat them or something like that. No, I wish that they would all work together. Okay, the idea that we're in some, there's some conflict. That's like saying that I'm psychotic. Okay, that's the same thing. So I'm a bit disturbed by that people don't automatically go, oh, but that happened because this guy, Brennan, come on, let's go. That's I respond to that completely. If there's some innuendo, I start going, oh my God, what is? Do you want more disasters? And by disasters, I mean me being in public, me being on the internet, okay, me walking outside by myself, especially in some compromised situation with some crazy people. This is what happens, okay? It's always people are looking and think, oh, he's hanging out with those people? Then horrible things happen. And I definitely trace this to the Vietnam War before I was even born. Okay, and there's a far western, I don't know, just an extreme cultural polarity. The French went to Vietnam and they played with the children, right? And a lot of the Irish would never do such a thing, okay? Thomas Jefferson knows exactly what I'm talking about. He goes to Paris and they say, play with the children, okay? This is all set up, it's all completely just like Vietnam. And that's because, my mom's side of the family is continental, they're German. They don't even really have a colony, as far as I know. Possibly Afghanistan, but that's kind of, I don't know. That's not some coastal delusion, all right? Or actually, I guess it was actually New York, then down to South Africa. I mean, the Dutch and the Germans and the Israelis are all kind of the same. But and indeed the British, okay, they're just all schizophrenic. That's all. But I take, this unity thing and the response thing. I see a lot of people who seem to be really concerned, all of big tech, okay? But I don't want to have a conversation. I want to be there. I absolutely do, without any conversation. And the echo in that room is troubling. My tone is of sheer urgency and concern. I just, it's, you know, it's really important. And I really want to help all directors and big tech, the Hollywood people, okay, and the New York people. But I'm just sensitive, okay? It doesn't just come out. You would, if such a thing was true, you would be able to find someone like me from California or from the West Coast somewhere who grew up in that reality. I am, not have, it's either I'm sensitive or the world has horrible problems. And I just want to develop technology and do this in a lifetime contract. And I really think about all of the big tech companies. Okay, as I pointed out, there's a connection with all of them, at least the technology companies, and a lot of Hollywood, and maybe goes back to my grandpa. I don't know, but just please contact me. Okay, please do that, and and I, with absolute sort of, I'm so tired. Okay, I can't process the whole thing in my goddamn head. Okay, but I can process it in your head. Okay, and this will be great. Okay, that will work because we will help each other, and you can put stuff on me, and I will make it happen. I'll bring it to life.